Hey everybody, Tanner here for your tool of the week. As I continue to run through my list of R&D, personal R&D, kind of going back and reminding you. Last week I actually did personal development and learning. I'm skipping thinking time and clarity breaks because I recently talked about thinking time, and I feel like I talk about clarity breaks and thinking time at least once every 6 months, which I will continue to do, but I'm not going to do it today. So I'm skipping clarity breaks. If you want to learn more about that, there's plenty of videos. And I'm going to jump into this technology time. So right now I have recurring, I've shared this maybe 18 months ago. I have a recurring invite on Friday morning. I think it's the fourth Friday of the month to have, I call it technology time. It's probably morphed into a lot more AI, but I'm still going to go through what I do. And some of this is a repeat from the last time I shared it, but I'm going to skip over like an annual kind of full tech stack audit and I mean, whether it's SaaS or it's apps, are there things you're not using that you're paying for? I would have a habit of looking into that just to not, be wasteful. But once again, I have a time block, and for me, I need at least 90 minutes. 2 to 3 hours is great. But basically, what I do is, and I still do this even with AI, because I kind of want to see there's certain I probably subscribe to 12 different users, and now some of these are like AI super users. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna even imply I'm on the cutting edge of AI adoption because I am not. But in terms of like just tech forward gurus, entrepreneurs, etc., I subscribe to their YouTube channels, but I don't want to be on there, the minute I don't want to be notified when there's a new video. So I go to these subscriptions and then I watch, and again, I'll watch a video and then I'll maybe spend a little time. What's it going to look like to um, implement and things like that. So here are the categories that I'm thinking about regularly, whether it's calendar, email, note taking, task management. This is probably even time management, but how can I be? This is as I'm thinking about this technology time block. It's really how do I better use the tools at my disposal to be more efficient and effective instead of just like sheer hours of output and grind. Um, okay, so these are I modified or I updated this a bit, and I'm just going to kind of power through. But I guess all this, to me, I would strongly suggest some time allocation to technology innovation, and even if it's just time in AI. Um, you know, what are the top 10 ways to use AI, and what your role is? So calendar, I use the native Apple Calendar. I'm an iPhone user or Mac user, so the native iCalendar and Google Calendars is really what I use. Email, I use Gmail, but I also use an app called Canary. I found it to be so I don't use the Outlook. But anyways, again, I'm just sharing what I use. Canary note taking, I'm still using daily Evernote, and I write with a Remarkable. Man, I would love. I know lots of people use Remarkable. I'd love to anyone that's like finding success in their note taking. I certainly use Apple Notes, but that I would say my default is Evernote, and then my Remarkable. Task management, boy, this is always a struggle for me. I've just never. Most recently, the last time I recorded a video about technology, I was using Google Tasks. I'm no longer using Google Tasks. I tried Notion for a couple of months. It didn't work for me. And now I'm on to something new. I would say if you have a CRM, whether it's Salesforce or Pipedrive or something else, I would just get in the habit of using that. But look, as I survey and meet with lots and lots of entrepreneurs of all shapes and sizes, I feel like task management is a challenge, especially those that use notebooks. And it's getting the things done that need to be done, and maybe some of that is delegating properly. But it's if you tell someone I'm gonna, again, you get a call, a text, and they say send me this, and you say, I'll send it to you. And then they're following up with you the next day or the following day where you never sent it to me, that's a problem. So that to me is where task management is critical. The next is AI. I am very rarely using ChatGPT, but I'm really default Claude, then Gemini. Um, but from a business perspective, like within like the Google Suite, because I use the G Suite, I use Gemini a lot, and I've built a lot of projects. Anyways, I won't get deep into AI today. Use a lot of Slack audio. I used to be heavy. I still like very few like outside of my ecosystem people have ever tried to communicate with me via Voxer, but um, if there's a new asynchronous tool, I'm all about it. Uh, Still listen to Brainwaves on brain.fm. Really love that. Obviously, I'm recording this over Loom, super Loom fan still. Audible and alarm.com. I can't say I've added a whole lot of new apps recently at all. So if you have a killer app that is like you got it, like you're using it every day, please share. Um, Anything that I in this 6 minutes, which is way too long, that I share that you have a hack, an efficiency tool, something you're doing that is making you extremely confident and powerful, I would love for you to share with me. So enjoy. Hopefully you found something that you at least are thinking about and maybe motivated to dive into technology even a little bit more and whatever it is you're working on. So have an awesome week.